Before spacecraft reuse became the norm, the 1981 STS-1 mission was the first to demonstrate that humans could launch a spacecraft into orbit and then return it for another flight. On April 11, 1981, NASA successfully launched the Space Shuttle Columbia on the STS-1 mission, marking the first time in history that a manned spacecraft designed for reuse was launched into orbit and returned safely. This was the first mission in the Space Shuttle program, a project that NASA had been pursuing since 1972 with the ambition of creating a reusable space transportation system. Columbia was developed over nearly 9 years and cost more than $10 million at the time. The spacecraft had a unique design with three main components: the orbiter, which carried the crew and cargo, the external tank provided fuel for the three main engines, and two solid-fuel rocket boosters, SRBs, provided the main thrust for the first 2 minutes. Of these, only the shuttle was reused as is. The SRBs were recovered from the ocean and recycled, while the external fuel tank burned up in the atmosphere and was not recovered. STS-1 was piloted by two veteran astronauts, John Young, commander, and Robert Crippen, pilot. The spacecraft launched from Pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center, Florida, and flew a total of 37 orbits around the Earth at an average altitude of about 280 kilometers. During the flight, which lasted more than 54 hours, engineers tested the entire navigation system, environmental control, electrical power, the heat resistance of the TPS insulation with more than 24,000 ceramic tiles, and the re-entry and landing mechanism. This was the first time a manned spacecraft had been launched directly into orbit without any previous unmanned flights, a risky move that was unprecedented. Columbia landed safely at Edwards Air Force Base, California, on April 14, 1981, as a conventional aircraft, using aerodynamic lift instead of a parachute. The STS-1 flight paved the way for the Space Shuttle program, which ran from 1981 to 2011, with a total of 135 missions and 5 shuttles in service: Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis, Endeavour. Over the course of 3 decades, the shuttles were used to deploy satellites, put the Hubble Space Telescope into orbit, support the construction of the International Space Station, ISS, and serve a variety of scientific and military missions. However, the shuttle program also had major problems with cost and safety. Each launch cost around $450 to $1,500 million, much higher than originally estimated. The maintenance process after each flight was lengthy and complicated. In particular, 2 serious disasters, Challenger in 1986 and Columbia in 2003, killed a total of 14 astronauts, raising doubts about the sustainability of the model. After a comprehensive assessment, NASA decided to discontinue the shuttle program in 2011 after the STS-135 mission. Part of the reason was that the reusable orbital model did not bring the expected economic efficiency. In addition, the development of new technologies, such as SpaceX's reusable vertical rocket, showed more efficient approaches. Today, the shuttle is considered an ambitious testbed, helping NASA accumulate long-term operational experience in space, creating a foundation for modern missions.
Of the
But the
Delta
shuttle
rocket
design
carrying
itself,
glass,
with its high cost,
gamma-ray
complex
telescope
structure, and high
searching
risk,
for unseen physics
is no
in the
longer
stars
suitable
of
for
the galaxy.
21st century aerospace trends.